What's up guys, welcome back to another video and thank you for being here. As you can see, we are in my dashboard on Top Step, and in this video I want to go ahead and talk about how I manage my funded accounts. And I think this is one of the really important topics that you need to understand and you need to figure out, you need to think about when it comes to managing your funded accounts, because if you don't know how to manage your funded accounts properly, you will blow them in literally a day or two. It won't matter. And this is exactly what I do, even on the days that I have, or even on the periods that I have really bad losing streaks, like 6 in a row, 7 in a row. I still have my funded accounts and I can bounce back from them. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you how I manage my 4 funded accounts that I have tied together here. And these 3 things are really important. These 3 things are the diamond of keeping your funded accounts safe and managing your funded accounts properly. That way you can keep them for the longest time. But this is only, guys, if you are really want to keep your funded accounts. If you get your funded account and just YOLO it the next day, this video is not for you. This video is to have the longest amount of time having your funded accounts, treating it right, and having the best out of it so you don't have to blow it, right? So the first thing I do, and I have set in place, and this is the holy thing for me, is to set a freaking daily loss limit for myself. And this is why it's called personal. So as you guys know, Top Step, they had daily loss limit in place, but nowadays they don't. They just give you the account with the max daily loss. You can hit it in one day and you blow your account. It is good business for them, but bad business for the trader, because they blow the account in one day. It's literally kind of like gambling or buying a lottery ticket and just losing it. The first thing that I have in place is a personal daily loss, and I do know that Top Step X do offer this option, and I can show you right here. I have it right here set in the risk setting. I have it set, and I do also have a personal daily profit target, and you gotta come here and make sure that it is on liquidate and block, so it stops you and you don't have to kind of like keep on revenge trading, over trading, losing the account and all of that. And also, guys, while we're on this topic, I do know that some people do put personal daily loss limits in place, but before they trigger and lock their account for the day, they go in here and they mess with the number and increase it. I never in my life trading these 4 accounts went to the settings and increased that personal daily loss. It is one trade for me. It's one trade, either a win or a loss. If it's a loss, it locks my account. I never touch the personal daily loss to increase it or not. It's a mechanism in place, safety for you. If it hits, you're done. Go touch some grass, do something else, be sad, go sleep, do anything. But if you do want to keep those accounts, then this is what you have to do. You have to put a personal daily loss limit in place for yourself. I know that Top Step have this feature in place, or not in place. They have the option for the trader to input it in the background here for yourself. And also, I do know that Tradeovate do have this option as well. They did implement it, so you can go to your Tradeovate settings and you will find it there. You can adjust the personal daily loss as you want. The second thing that I like to have for my accounts is 10 trades worth of buffer. And this is an important topic because Top Step, for the 50K account, they give you a drawdown, a max drawdown of $2,000, right? So for those $2,000, I want to have those $2,000 as 10 trading. I want it to be enough for 10 trading days or 10 trades. If you have 10 trades or 10 opportunities of trades that will allow you to do whatever you can do, so if you end up losing the account, you tried everything that you can, right? So I wanted to make sure whenever I have an account, I have the drawdown split up to 10 trades at least. You can split it up more than you want, but for me, I like it to have 10 trades, which means then the risk per trade idea gotta be equal to $200. And this is why I risk $200 per trade idea. You can, again, you can split it more than 10. You can divide it up to more trades if you want. But if you divide it into maybe, let's say, 20 trades, that means you have to trade $100 per trade idea or per day. It's up to you, right? So that is why I do have personal daily loss here set in place for $200. If I hit this $200, I'm done. I'm gone. I don't need to be in front of the screen anymore. So this is what I do. Those are the two first important things that you need to understand. Also, after those two things, when are you allowed, because I do get this question a lot sometimes, is when am I allowed to withdraw? When am I allowed to withdraw profits from my account? And again, you have to have a buffer of 10 trades, right? So for example, I have $2,000, right? When I get a fresh account, I have to get this account up $2,000. When I do get it up above $2,000, max loss limit will level out to 0. So the max loss limit will come. So this is on a fresh new account. So on a fresh new account, I do understand that it starts at negative 2,000 and it goes up to 0. So yes, it's going to have a lot of work on you coming from negative 2,000, and it's going to have to trail. So you have to understand and deal with that trailing. And once you get up to 0, you need to get it up to $2,000. So that way you're in the safe spot. Because that is basically right here. This area right here is the drawdown that you are allowing yourself to play with. This is your own drawdown that is static, by the way. This is static drawdown, which is the best thing you will ever have. You getting static drawdown for the 50K account, which is amazing. So when you get to this level, you can make any money, any sort of money, and you can withdraw it. But you have to understand, and you have to leave this $2,000 in your account at all time for you to have 10 opportunities of trades before you blow your account. So this is really, really, really important, because I do know that a lot of people struggle. A lot of people, they get to $2,000 balance and they withdraw $1,000 and they leave $1,000 in the account, and they still trade. They still trade with large amount of contracts. So they still trade like with one mini or so, and with one mini, all you can get out of that one mini and $1,000 of drawdown is just a couple trades and your account is gone. Couple mistakes and your account is gone. So how I do it is I am not allowing myself to withdraw anything at all until I build my account up. And this phase is really, really tough and really difficult, but once you get through it, your accounts will be healthy and you will trade with peace, and you will have a better, healthier trades. So you're not thinking actively about your drawdown and, oh, I'm about to hit my drawdown, I only have small amount of buffer to trade with or drawdown to play with. No, you gotta work a little bit hard to bring the account from negative 2,000 to up to 2,000. This is on a fresh new account. because I know it trails up to zero. Get it up to $2,000, and anything you make above $2,000, you will be able to withdraw. Well, it's not you will be able to withdraw. You will be able to withdraw before that, after completing 5 winning days of $200 a day on Top Step X or Top Step. But here, I want to have a static drawdown of $2,000. That means I have 10 trades for this plan or risk plan that I'm doing, and I'm risking $200 per trade idea per day. So my $200, I can split it up to 5 trades, 6 trades, whatever I want to do. But for me, I split it up to one trade idea, one day, and that's it. I lose, I'm leaving, I win, that's good. So after you get it up to $2,000, I like to withdraw whenever I run up my accounts from $2,000 to $3,000. So when I withdraw, I'm withdrawing $1,000. So out, and when I take $1,000, I'm going back to $2,000, which is going back to having 10 trades. I'm sorry, it's a little bit messy, but I promise you this is the easiest way, or the easiest thing that I can do to explain how I manage risk here. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up so it's not ugly. So just in case, if I go through a losing streak of, let's say, 5 losing days, 5 L's, I'm still have another 5 L's that, or another 5 days or 5 opportunities to 5 trades to bring my account up and maybe make more and more and more. So this is why having 10 trade days or 10 trades opportunities is really good buffer point to have in your account, in your fresh new account. So now I want to talk about the third thing that it's pretty important as well, and a lot of people do not realize that the importance of this concept, which is the sizing. Sizing does matter, and not that sort of sizing, but okay. Sizing and position sizing is really important, because if you do not understand the instrument that you're trading with and how much makes what and how many contracts you're supposed to be trading, how many money or risk are you putting on the table or you're willing to take per trade idea, this is all really important. As I said, for myself, let's say, for example, let's go to M&Q, because this is what I used to be trading, if you guys remember. For myself, I am risking $200 per trade, or per trade, or actually per day. It's per day for me. I can split it into 2 trades a day, but it is what it is. I like it to keep it simple, keep it quick. One day, one trade, that's it. And that's why I put all of my risk on the table in one trade. So if I'm risking $200, this is the instrument that I'm using, Micro Nasdaq, right? First, you need to understand or figure out your strategy and what is your risk plan, how you are kind of like risking, or normally on average, how much can the price go against you before it goes to your direction. And what I mean by that is, so let's say right here, this bullish fair value gap, and you enter on the open of it, and same exact thing, $15 of of stop loss, and you take 1 to 2, so it goes to 30 right here. So if you kind of guess, without understanding your strategy or how much on average your stop loss is, you're gonna get wrecked, because first you need to understand your strategy, and you need to come up with your average stop loss on most of the trades that you take, what is the max amount that the price can go against you before it goes in your direction. So for example, one person can be having $15 of a stop loss, and he gets wrecked before his TP kind of hits, right? He enters the trade with or 10 micros, right? So with this 10 contracts, if the price goes $15 down, how much do you think they will lose? Because they don't know risk management, they don't know the instrument that they're using. They said, oh, I'm gonna trade or allow my risk to be like $200 per trade idea, but they actually over leveraging by using 10 contracts on in micro contracts with $15 of a stop loss. When the price moves on micro Nasdaq, 1 point or $1 of movement equal $2 per contract. So $2 per contract times 10 contracts, that's $20 per, or $20 every $1 the Nasdaq moves. And then you have $15 of stop loss, so you will multiply that by 15, that's $300. So that's $300 if that person loses the trade. On the other hand, if they wanted to trade, let's say for example $20 of stop loss, and maybe they get in on the 50% retracement, right, and they only take 1-to-1 here, which in this case they do win, right? But how much are they risking with 10 contracts? How much exactly are they risking if they go for 20 stop loss, $20 of a stop loss and $20 of TP? They are risking $400, because this is how it goes. It's $2 per point, and this is $20 of stop loss, and this is 10 contracts. So this is how you figure out how much you are risking per trade, or however you want to do it. For myself, my stop loss or my strategy, I am only allowing myself to trade or to risk $200 per trade idea. I know for my strategy, I want to allow myself to, or allow the trade to breathe at least 20 points, $20 of stop loss. So for a $20 stop loss, so for example, I want to let my trade breathe for my strategy. Let's say for example, I can allow it up to $20 against me before it goes to my direction. So right here, let's say for example, I'm taking it from this inversion fair value gap right here, right, and I'm taking it long. I can allow it to go against me $20 of a stop loss. So how many contracts am I supposed to take if I want to go with $20 of stop loss on micro Nasdaq? Again, same exact thing. You got the $2 per point. This is standard. This is the stop loss that I want for my strategy or for my trades ideas. I want $20, so 2 times 20, that's 40. So 40 times what gives you 200? So easily you just divide 200 over 40 and it will give you the amount of contracts that you can trade. I can trade 5 micros per trade idea or per day to give me a risk of $200 per trade idea, and this is why I always trade 5 contracts. On the other hand, okay, I made a switch to gold recently. So if I'm doing gold, I want to understand how much of contracts that I can trade gold. This is mini gold, by the way. This is not micros. I do know that per point, which is per dollar, the gold, when it moves 1 point, it can move up or down minus or plus $100. So instead of $2, now we're talking really big. This is $100 per point. My stop loss, I can go with a stop loss of 2 points or $2. So how many contracts can I use on here? I can only use one mini gold contracts. So this time is this 100 times 2 will give you a risk of $200 right here. Risk management or risk plan is the most important thing when it comes to trading. You can get the psychology wrong sometimes, you can get the strategy wrong sometimes, but if you have a good risk management, you will always do the right thing, and you will not let stuff go pretty easily. You're not gonna lose. If you lose one day, if you have a bad losing streak, you'll still be able to protect your account and yourself from over trading, overblowing your accounts and all of that. And that's going to be the end of this video, guys. If you found helpful information from this video, please show some love on this video because it actually helps, and subscribe to the channel if you are not already yet. That's all for today's video. Thank you all so much. I will see you in the next one. Peace.